Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Melissa Wilson from Fox 26 News and your MC for the night. Welcome to the 2021 Heart of Houston campaign, from the comforts of my home to yours. We're really glad you're with us this evening. Doesn't it just seem like yesterday that Lisa and Jerry Simon were toasting us in the ballroom? We want to thank them for being our Heart of Houston campaign chairs. Hi, Lisa and Jerry.
Hi, Melissa. And hello to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and welcome to our home. The mission of the American Heart Association hits close to home for Jerry and me. We both have heart disease in our family and lost loved ones way too soon. You just heard Melissa call tonight the Heart of Houston, and you might be wondering, what happened to the heart ball? Jerry, do you want to tell our friends?
Absolutely. We have known about the Heart Association and the good work they do for many years. In 2019, Lisa and I were complimented to be asked to chair the 2021 Heart Ball, which historically has been the largest fundraiser for the Heart Association in Houston.
And the best gala in the city.
Some might say on the planet. We are all painfully aware of what happened a year ago next month. COVID-19 has literally changed all of our lives. We immediately realized we could not get 700 or 800 people into a ballroom as we have done in the past. And we were anxious to start doing something immediately to help those in our community that were now more at risk of heart disease and serious complications because of the pandemic. We reimagined the ball from the long-standing annual Heart Ball to a year-round campaign called the Heart of Houston. Our overriding goal was, and is, to make a difference in the lives of those most at risk that have the greatest needs.
We also saw this campaign as an ongoing effort to raise awareness and dollars to fund the mission of the Heart Association, which is to be a relentless force for a world of longer and healthier lives.
Interestingly, the American Heart Association liked our concept so much, they rebranded the more than 100 heart balls across the country to be the Heart of Washington, the Heart of Atlanta, Chicago, etc. Once again, Houston and Texas leads the way for the rest of the country. Do we miss the fun and fellowship of seeing our friends at the Heart Ball? Absolutely. However, we all have much to celebrate, and each of you should be so proud of everything that has been accomplished to help our city for such a time as this.
Before we kick things off, let me take this opportunity to personally thank our executive leadership team of volunteers who have joined us in raising up this incredibly important work. They're listed on the screen now. Like the lyrics to the song you're about to hear, tonight's event urges us all to make an impact in the lives of others. Find your individual inspiration and holding it close in your hearts.
So here to perform the prayer, please welcome a contemporary classical vocal group that has toured the nation with performances in Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., and even Carnegie Hall in New York City. The 5 a cappella singers and recording artists actually live in 3 different states, but they come together beautifully tonight for this special evening. Please enjoy Andrew, James, Jordan, Scott, and Jeff, the group Veritas.
Pray you be our eyes and watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know.
Let this be our prayer when we lose our way.
Lead Lead us to a place.
Guide us with your grace to a place where we'll be safe.
La luce che tu dai, I pray we'll find your light. Nel cuore resterà,
and hold it in our heart.
A ricordarci che stars go out each night. L'eterna stella sei. Nella mia preghiera, let this be our prayer. Quanta fede c'è.
When shadows fill our days,
Lead us to a place.
guide us with your grace.
Give us faith so we'll be saved. Sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza. Ognuno viva, ma vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che ci dà. Yes, the life becomes. E lo destino watch us from above.
We soul will find
Eterno dentro siede.
the soul to love.
Let this be our prayer.
Let this be our prayer.
Just like every child.
Just like every child
needs to find a place.
guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
Sento che ci salve.
What a beautiful way to start the evening. Thank you, Veritas, and thank you, Lisa and Jerry. You are right. We have so many accomplishments to be thankful for because of all of our sponsors and our donors who make such a difference for this organization. In fact, I want to give them a shout out, including premier local sponsor BP and our platinum sponsors Bank of Texas and Northern Trust and Lisa and Jerry Simon. We also want to thank the Houston Board of Directors and all of our longtime supporters and sponsors. We are honored to have you with us this evening. Okay, let's get back now to Lisa and Jerry and see what they're up to at their house.
Hey, thanks, Melissa. I can't believe it. My friend and Houston Board of Directors Chairman Jack Moore just stopped by. Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jerry. Thanks for having me. As you see, we're safely sitting outside, things we didn't have to even worry about a year ago.
So many things have changed in the past year, that's for sure, but one thing has remained constant: the passion and relentless work of the American Heart Association right here in Houston.
In Houston alone, the AHA has impacted close to 1.5 million patients through their long-term partnerships with local clinics to improve hypertension. These trusted neighborhood clinics connect us with community partners and residents to provide much-needed resources. A few other ways the American Heart Association showed up during the pandemic: the advocacy team worked locally to support more than $7 million in federal funding for communities to access Wi-Fi and food distribution locations. They provided farm fresh boxes with AHA nutrition education in partnership with local Texas farmers, and distributed important health information on wearing masks and heart health all across Houston. They also continued their work in the mayor's complete communities to address health disparities.
Jack, I'm really impressed that the Blue Jays and the owl and the peacocks didn't throw you off. We are literally
The peacocks were raising bids.
They were literally in the great outdoors. All kidding aside, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We have all witnessed the destruction of the virus this year and watched it indiscriminately impact literally all people, regardless of race, religion, age, and gender. Our top priority is the health and well-being of everyone. No matter who you are or where you are, the American Heart Association is present with boots on the ground to help our friends, family, and our community live longer and healthier lives.
And tonight we need your help. On your screen now and throughout the program, you'll see a prompt where you can donate and participate in the silent and live auctions.
And don't forget, we're blessed to have the world's greatest cellist, Yo-Yo Ma, with a special performance for us in just a little while, so hang in there, don't change your channel, it's going to be worth the wait. But first, let's take a look at some of the work that the Heart Association has been doing in Houston since we were together last February.
This is news breaking from the American Heart Association. We are announcing it for the first time right here.
We're back now with a new warning today from the American Heart Association.
De los Estados Unidos, la doctora Regina Benjamin, miembro directivo del American Heart Association.
Case studies indicating COVID may lead to heart attacks. Joining me right now is Dr. Mitchell Elkin. He's president of the American Heart Association.
Tonight, the American Heart Association sounding the alarm.
A new report from the American Heart Association.
Heart disease is the #1 killer of men and women here in the U.S. and worldwide. So when the American Heart Association puts out a scientific statement, people tend to pay attention.
Ahora cuéntanos, ¿cómo podemos motivar a las mujeres latinas, a nuestras mamás, para que se cuiden el corazón?
The American Heart Association, in conjunction with United Airlines, installed it today as part of their initiative to get more people trained to save a life. And in an airport, that's very important.
Love the American Heart Association. They step up in real time to address a need.
The American Heart Association works closely with our local partners to address the most urgent needs as it relates to heart health. You will find us in greater Houston neighborhoods partnering with faith-based networks, community clinics, citywide coalitions, and school districts to build healthier communities where people eat, work, play, and pray. Thanks to people like you and your support, we've been able to continue our work during this unprecedented time.
Hello, I'm Mayor Sylvester Turner. We all know the importance of heart health, and during the COVID-19 pandemic, we know there's a strain on people's heart health. That is why the American Heart Association's work with the Complete Communities Initiative is vital. They are fully integrated and working alongside the community partners to bring their science-based, accredited work to our neighbors. The American Heart Association aims to be part of the solution by connecting food-insecure families with quality, nutrient-dense produce through a partnership with the Common Market. The Common Market sources the produce for Texas Farm Fresh boxes with 5 to 7 different varieties of fruits and vegetables from small, local family farms. Collaborating with various community, clinical, and faith-based partners like Baker Ripley and Legacy Community Health, the American Heart Association has coordinated the distribution of hundreds of Texas Farm Fresh boxes since May. This initiative leverages the power of our local food system to transform communities by improving food access, farm viability, and ecological health. Our city is hurting, and our neighbors need us more than ever. I am thankful to the American Heart Association for stepping up during this critical time to help improve the overall health of our city.
Wow, even in that short video, you can see the impact that you, the American Heart Association supporters, have had on the city of Houston. Please consider supporting that great work right now by donating, by using the prompt on your screen. Right now, I want to send it back over to the Simons because I understand we have a special announcement from Chairman Jack Moore. Hi, Jack.
Thank you, Melissa. I have the great pleasure of introducing this year's incredible honorees, the Allen family. Skip, Shirley, and their daughter Kathleen have generously invested in the American Heart Association for over 20 years and truly exemplify the relentless spirit of the mission. They deeply believe that together we can transform the communities in which we live, work, and play. Their passion for creating change in our communities, advancing research, making heart health a reality for all is inspiring. We are grateful for their leadership, their generosity, and tonight, we are thrilled to honor the Allen family. We have a few friends that would also like to share some memories of the Allens with us. But before we do that, I just want to personally thank Skip and Shirley for just stepping up and being leaders for something we all feel so passionate about, and that's the American Heart Association. You have inspired us all to give and to participate with our hearts and with our actions. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Nancy Brown, Chief Executive Officer of the American Heart Association. I am so honored this evening to recognize three dear friends. For those of you who know Shirley, Skip, and Kathleen Allen, you know that they are loyal friends, passionate advocates, and always open to learning more about ways they can support our most vulnerable communities. Through Skip's leadership on the local Houston and Southwest regional boards, as well as the Allen family's local support, thousands of Houstonians are better managing their life-threatening blood pressure. Thousands more are gaining access to healthy foods through farmers markets, mobile markets, and SNAP benefits. The Allens have truly embodied our mission to be a relentless force for a world of longer, healthier lives. I'm so grateful to acknowledge my friends this evening as honorees of this year's Heart of Houston campaign. Congratulations and thank you, Skip, Shirley, and Kathleen, for transforming people's lives as champions for equitable health and well-being for all.
Skip and I go back a long way, all the way back to 2003 and 2004. At the time, I was the board chair of the Houston division, and Skip was playing a leadership role across a broad number of areas. And so we were really sad when he announced that he and Shirley were relocating to Paris. However, we were delighted when he and Shirley returned to Houston, and I take some pride in the fact that I was able to help their reintroduction to the American Heart Association.
The Allen family represents the superior volunteers of the American Heart Association that, with vision and determination, are truly outstanding supporters of the mission of the AHA.
I have known the Allens for years and continue to be grateful for their passionate commitment to the work of the AHA. The Allens' willingness to fund our initial steps with My Research Legacy were visionary. Talk about groundbreakers, that's the Allens.
You know, the incredible thing about the Allens is that they neither seek nor need recognition for their incredible generosity. And in fact, we call them quiet philanthropists.
Thank you and congratulations to the Allen family.
Thank you, Skip, Shirley, and Kathleen, for providing the impetus for this important work and for your continued support of the American Heart Association.
Skip and Shirley, thank you for everything you do, have done, and will continue to do for the American Heart Association. And I consider it a real honor to be your colleague and friend.
I have the great privilege of working alongside Skip, who is our current chairman of the board for the Southwest region. Skip is someone who leads by example, and his passionate commitment inspires others to get involved. Skip, thank you so much for all that you do. And on behalf of the board of directors of the Southwest region, we appreciate you and thank you so much.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Surprise! I wanted to take a moment to say thank you for introducing me to the world of philanthropy and showing me what it means to give back to communities. I had an incredible time attending scientific sessions with you both and loved learning more about the AHA's work. I wish I could be with you both in person tonight. Thank you for everything that you do for me and for the AHA. You genuinely give true meaning to the song, We Can Be Kind. Sending you all my love.
And another big thank you to the Allens. Thank you so much for your continued support. You have no idea what it means to us. Thank you. Also, another thank you to the Hilton. That's where we're coming to you live from right now. Thank you so much to them, and we can't wait to see everybody again, hopefully next year, right back here in the Hilton. Thanks, everybody, for being here tonight. We so appreciate you spending your time with us. We've got lots more to do. I'm going to throw it back to our MC for the evening. Melissa, what else do you have in store for us right now? Thank you for being here, everybody.
Now that was exciting. Congratulations to all of our auction winners. Okay, I want to remind you, if you didn't win the auction item of your dreams, don't despair, because you still have time to be part and bid in our silent auction as well as our wine auction that will continue to go on throughout the evening. So go on ahead and bid it up. Now I want to bring you an inspirational story. This is going to touch your heart. Rodolfo Sandoval is not only a Vietnam veteran, but a Purple Heart recipient and a grandfather of 5 young girls who are so happy to have him in their lives. Here's Rodolfo's story.
Rodolfo's really loved. His granddaughters think he hung the moon. His sons and his daughter-in-laws, they laugh at him sometimes because he has little quirky ways, but they love every minute about it.
I'm 74 years old. I'm a grandfather. I'm a father. I'm a veteran. I'm an activist. I'm a photographer. And I like to live life to the fullest. I'm a survivor of a double aneurysm that I didn't realize I had until it happened.
Well, it was scary. We all were scared because he was kind of living on a time bomb.
Aneurysms don't cause symptoms until they rupture. So people are diagnosed incidentally. They have a study done for another reason, and by accident you find a large aneurysm, or they present with symptoms or a rupture which is too late, like the horse is out of the barn.
Late at night, I was laying in my bed, and all of a sudden, I got this sharp pain in my back. I sat up, and I was having a hard time catching my breath. I was life-flighted from the emergency room to the medical center.
Mr. Sandoval had a very large aneurysm from the chest all the way through the belly, and it involved all the arteries that provide blood supply to the critical organs in the belly.
My first option was open heart, where they would actually have to open me from chest to stern. I didn't like the percentages having to do with maybe paralysis, maybe kidney malfunctions. Thankfully, I met Dr. Ulrich.
We were fortunate to be able to bring hope and an alternative to him in the midst of this pandemic that was minimally invasive, and it was very successful.
I met with him for 10 minutes, and during those 10 minutes, he convinced me. When I came out of that surgery, I opened my eyes, everything was working, I was looking, I was moving, I felt good.
This man just had heart surgery just a few hours before this, and he was already, FaceTiming and talking to people.
Just looking at his pictures after the surgery with his 5 granddaughters, I mean, that's the best reward we could ever ask for.
I have been able to do things with my grandkids that I wasn't able to do with my own kids. Now I'm able to get in there with them, I'm able to run with them, I'm able to get on the slides with them, I'm able to get on the trampoline. They have actually given me a new purpose for life, and I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
I think this is very important that you all understand that this mission is critical for all of us, given how frequent cardiovascular problems are and how much work we still have to do to fully understand these diseases and be able to treat them with less risk of complications.
The American Heart Association and groups like that are very important to Houston because they not only do research, but they do education.
I can't find the words to express my gratitude. The only way I can do that is just live life to the fullest. I get emotional because if it wouldn't have been for American Heart Association and their dedication to finding solutions for problems like the ones I had, I wouldn't be here. All I got to say is thank you. Thank you to the American Heart Association. Thank you to my doctor, my family, my kids that have given me inspiration to not just give up. Life is good.
You are so right, Mr. Sandoval. Life is good. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your story with all of us. You know, you're not only an inspiration, but also a reminder for each of us to be grateful for that time that we have been given. You know not what you do. There's still time to give. Obviously, you can still donate. If you want to give another $100, you're welcome to do that. But coming up, we have a very, very special performance. I'm going to throw it back to you, Lisa and Jerry. Could you please do us the honor of introducing our special guest? Thank you for being here tonight.
Well, thank you, Logan. And by the way, this is just such an incredible evening, and you have been so generous. Thank you so much. Now it is our distinct privilege and pleasure to introduce an extraordinary individual and our friend Yo-Yo Ma. His multifaceted career is a testament to his love of people and enduring belief in music's power to generate trust and understanding. A global icon for decades, he has received countless awards and performed for 8 U.S. presidents. He has recorded over 100 albums and won 18 Grammys. Unbelievable. But Yo-Yo Ma has never been in it for the accolades. He considers himself to be a citizen musician and is always looking to help others.
It's not surprising that Yo-Yo was named as United Nations Messenger of Peace, has received the National Medal of Arts, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and was named as one of Time Magazine's 100 most influential people last year. You may also have seen him perform a beautiful rendition of my favorite song, Amazing Grace, during President Biden's inauguration just a few weeks ago.
You know, Lisa and I first met Yo-Yo in 2012 when he performed in Houston for the 25th anniversary of the Manil Collection. In 2017, I was honored and privileged to spend 3 or 4 hours with Yo-Yo, flying him to Houston to perform with the Houston Symphony. I was so impressed with Yo-Yo's love of all people and that he truly cares about improving the lives of others. He is one of the kindest, most approachable and giving person that I know. Yo-Yo uses his God-given talent to bring comfort and hope to millions of people around the world. By the way, Songs of Comfort and Hope is Yo-Yo's latest album that was inspired by the COVID-19 lockdown. The album was released about 2 months ago and has already reached more than 18 million people. We are so blessed to have Yo-Yo performing and closing out our program this evening. He is a dear friend and truly a global musical treasure.
Please welcome Yo-Yo Ma. Yay!
Hello, Heart of Houston. I'm Yo-Yo Ma, and thank you so much, Lisa and Jerry, for your lovely introduction. I'm so happy to be able to participate in a cause that you and so many other people tonight care so much about. I myself share that concern because recently members of my family have also suffered from strokes, and I feel not only that this is such an important issue, but also a deep personal connection to the work that the American Heart Association is doing for millions of families all across America. You might ask, what's the purpose of music in this? Well, for me, I think music participates in the all-around wellness of human beings because it actually acts as a lever to take us from one state of mind, transitioning from one state of mind to another state of mind. All of music deals with this kind of equilibrium that we seek. So I'm offering a little piece of music, starting with simple gifts, and to what to me is, in many ways, the heart of classical music is Dvorak's Going Home. You may know the New World Symphony. That is the famous theme in the New World Symphony that his student actually turned it into a song, Going Home. And that's what we all seek in terms of recovery. Preventing always is that we can go home to our loved ones. And thanks to the Heart of Houston, that work will be easier for everyone. A number of years ago, I met a really wonderful fellow musician and who taught me so much about Texas fiddling, Mark O'Connor. And he wrote this piece, which I'd like to play for you tonight.
Wow. Can you believe that? What an incredible performance. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, Yo-Yo, for sharing your music with us. Incredible. What a wonderful way to end the evening. And thank you to everyone who has supported the Heart Association tonight. Lisa and I pray for you and your families to be safe, stay healthy, and have an awesome year.
We look forward to hopefully seeing all of you very soon. Thank you and good night.
Good night.